Hey guys, we are in the garage. Why? Because it's not impossible. Alright, so that's a homage to Arcade Impossible and John's Arcade, two of the biggest arcade channels that used to be on YouTube. Now, this is why I say that. So, y'all may or may not remember back in the olden days of, oh god, what am I doing? I actually did buy an arcade machine. I just didn't have the location for it. I bought the machine before I had the location. This has been sitting here for nearly 6.5 years. Actually, it's been sitting there for 6.5 years. I bought it on Craigslist, of all places. And you can see that there's all kinds of weird little stuff there that I don't know what's going on. I'm guessing that's probably the power on, power off button right here. If I press that, it probably would turn off the power supply since it's connected to the power supply, as you can see. I don't know why it has two outlets on there. That's kind of concerning. Yeah, so what's going on with this is, why is there no decals or anything? It's because somebody converted this from another game. This was never intended to be a Neo Geo machine, at least not originally. And this is what happens when you let an arcade machine sit for 6.5 years. There's spider webs, there's spiders all over the place, and I can run you down the list of everything that's wrong with this thing that I recall off the top of my head. I'm sure probably more things have failed since the last time I looked at this thing. Both joysticks borked, need to be replaced. Probably multiple buttons need to be replaced. Or worse, rewired. Rust. I need to get that rust off there. The spider webs are just a given. I mean, come on, it's been sitting for 6.5 years. I don't even know if the actual Neo Geo portion of this works anymore. The monitor, when I was in my infinite stupidity, I actually dropped this on its back. And I think that messed up the monitor, because the monitor was fine when I turned it on the first time. And then I got to looking at it, the next time, and the monitor was scratched right down the middle. So that happened after I dropped it. That was on me. So, yeah, it's a very minor thing, but one of the clips for one of the light bulbs down there is broke. It's not in good shape. It has been through some adventures in the time that I've owned it. So, my plan is probably fully convert it over to a Neo Geo. Do I really want to? Not particularly, but when life hands you a 6.5-year-old sitting arcade machine that you're going to put into your arcade, you tend to take what you got and you use it for what you got at the moment. And this will be just fine in the arcade. The funny thing about it is, let me step away from it for a minute. The funny thing about it is, I remember it being bigger. I remember it being, this great big huge arcade machine that I couldn't move and blah, 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 blah. That's pretty small, comparatively speaking. It's amazing what 6.5 years will do. I mean, you put on some muscle, you kind of look at it a little bit differently, and you're like, I could probably take it. Yeah, I could probably make that go away. So, yeah, look forward to that video in the distant future. Why do I say distant future? Well, the reason why I say distant future is I've got enough projects on my plate at the moment, and this one's not a top priority, but I still want to make a video on it. I want to let everybody know, hey, this is a thing, that I'm doing. So look forward to that. I actually have another announcement for you guys, but it's not going to be on this video. So thank you for watching, and look forward to that restoration coming in the probably slightly distant future.